All right. Welcome to another Ranting with Tom. I just went to the old motorcycle store to see if they had the Ninja 300. I just wanted to test ride one just for a laugh. They have one in there. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a black one in there, but it was already sold, so doubt they'll let me test ride it. Just to see if, it's any different to the 250, just for a laugh. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something else in this vlog. Just going to do a U-turn here, why not? I wanted to talk about cars, actually, because before I got into motorcycles, I was extremely into cars, big time, and especially Japanese turbo-ish cars, as most kids were from Fast and Furious days. So before I got into motorcycles, and before I got this motorcycle, actually I had this motorcycle when I had this car, but then I moved in the city, so I couldn't keep my car anymore. So the car I had before I got into motorcycles was a Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. I've had a few Skylines in my day. Started off, first car was an R31 Skyline, and then when I got off my restricted license, actually about a month before my restricted license ended, I imported an R32 GTR. It was a 1994 gunmetal grey. I'll show some pictures during this vlog of it, because it was a very clean R32 GTR. I spent quite a while trying to find a really clean one, and that one was freshly imported. It had only been in Australia for a week or two when I bought it. Pretty much dead stock. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to be freaking raped with mods and shit. I just wanted it stock, and I was gonna, do whatever to make it a bit quicker and shit. So during the time I had that car, I did just some basic mods and shit. So Pexi intake, shit. What else? Some other things. Alarm, turbo timer, the general shit, and then I did an exhaust gasket in it, and I thought, oh shit, if I'm freaking got to do an exhaust gasket, I might as well put a new set of turbos on it. So I put some N1 turbos on it, not huge ones, because I liked how the GTR had a good pickup. I don't like turbo lag, it pisses me off, so just got small N1 turbos. They were a treat. But yeah, that car was quite quick. It beat most things on the road and stuff, other than motorcycles, of course. But that was a great car. So I wanted to do I wanted to tell you about my car, because I really liked my car when I had it, and I have a lot of videos of me actually driving in that car, because I live in the city now, but I used to live in the hills, and so that car was freaking awesome. We'd just go up to the hills and shit and drive around, all the time after work and stuff. So I got a lot of videos of, the GoPro and shit on my car, smashing it up hills and shit. And I had some mates and stuff at STIs and Evos and shit, so there might be some clips and stuff of, us racing up the hills and shit. So I thought I'd post up a few videos of that. I might do like a little bit of a commentary, because there's, otherwise it's just boring. It's just the sound of the car, which isn't that interesting, I think. But so yeah, the reason I sold that car, because I loved that car. Like I've always been into Skylines and shit, and the GTR is kind of the best you can get. I really like the 32 because it's a bit lighter. You can shit, red light. Looking up the back wheel. You can with the 32, you can switch it to rear-wheel drive mode really freaking easily, which was rad. I got a video of me just actually switch, because everyone knows that you can switch them into rear-wheel drive mode, but no one really knows how to. There's actually two different ways that you can switch an R32 GTR into rear-wheel drive mode. You can just, there's a fuse that you can put a switch on, or there's an easier way, which I did, which was just you roll the car. So you put in first gear, you start rolling and shit, and then you just pull in the clutch, you turn the car off, and while it's still rolling with the clutch in, you just start the car again, and it trips all the sensors, and it turns off the ABS, and it puts it into a rear-wheel drive mode, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, that's why I really like 32. I like the look of it as well, and then it's quite a bit cheaper to get than a 33, and 34 is freaking expensive as freaking Australia. So yeah, that was the car I had, and the reason I sold it was because of I really like that car, but 32s, they're getting a bit old now, so things are breaking on them. So my engine hadn't been rebuilt, so I was always scared that I was going to spin a bearing or something and be up for a lot of money to rebuild it, and or do a gearbox or a diff or something. I was always a bit scared of doing that, and they're a very expensive car to run and insure. For insurance for me for a GTR was $2.5 grand a year, and it got to the point where I had my motorbike, and I was taking my motorbike out on weekends and shit, and not my GTR, just because I think with cars, even with a quick car like a GTR or something, a motorbike you can have a lot more fun just doing the speed limit and stuff. So I'd always seem to take my bike out and not my GTR, so I got to the point where I was never really driving it around and stuff. And then I moved into the city and I didn't have a garage, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna leave it, my car outside and shit. And I'm like, no, I think I need to get rid of it. So I sold it. I do miss it. It was a freaking sick car, but I might get a GTR again when I get a garage or something, or I don't know. But yeah, so I just thought I'll tell you what car I had and stuff. I've got a lot of videos and pictures and shit of the car. I might post them up. But yeah, anyway, I'm still looking at getting a new motorcycle. All the 2013s coming out now, so I'm definitely going to get a 2013 bike. I mean, looking at all the different ones, still wanting to test ride them. They're all just coming to Australia and shit. So I'm kind of just waiting for them all to come. They should all be here by the end of the year, so when they start coming out, start test riding them, freaking telling you what I think is the best, which is the most fun and shit. But yeah, so I don't know. I just moved house, so I haven't had the internet. I just went to Japan. Like the day before I went to Japan, the day I was flying to Japan, I found this new apartment in the city that was really good. So I literally like a few hours before my flight, I freaking inspected it, went through all the paperwork and everything to get this new apartment, because I really wanted it. So when I got back from Japan, I've just been moving, and I haven't had the internet. I just got internet hooked up and shit. So now that I moved into my new rad apartment, I can freaking get back to some videos, start thrashing some test ride bikes. Ooh, matte black Audi, matte grey, nice full wagon. I don't know about matte finish. I like seeing matte finish. I don't think I could ever do it to my car though. You'd get bird shit or bat shit in it, and it's freaking ruined. Anyway, going off on a tangent now. So yeah, my old car, awesome car, R32 GTR. Yeah, if you can ever buy one, they're a freaking great car, buy it. But I'll post some videos of it. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. This light's taking forever. I don't know how long this video has been. Just, if it's been too long, then I'm going to cut it right here or here.